Discipline over regret. Discipline is uncomfortable. Waking up early, exercising, studying, meditating. None of these are as instantly satisfying as binge-watching TV or endlessly scrolling through your phone. But here's the truth. The pain of discipline is far less than the pain of regret. How many dreams have been lost to procrastination? How many futures sacrificed for temporary comfort? If you burn down your house to stay warm for one night, you'll have nowhere to live tomorrow. Our future selves are simply us, living in the consequences of today's choices. Be kind to them. Lead by example. We often wait for others to do what we wish to see in the world. More kindness, more honesty, more courage. But why wait? Be that person. Lead by example. A candle loses nothing by lighting another. If you want a more compassionate world, show compassion. If you want honesty, start with yourself. Actions speak louder than words. Ancient Stoics didn't preach change. They lived it. Don't talk about being a good person. Just be one. The storm will pass. Pain, adversity, heartbreak, these are part of life. But so are sunsets after storms. Richard Nixon once said, "Only if you've been in the deepest valley can you ever know how magnificent it is to be on the highest mountain." Hardships pass, but they leave behind wisdom, strength, and perspective. Think of waves crashing. When you're in the water, it feels overwhelming. But once you learn to swim, you understand the rhythm. You begin to ride the waves instead of drowning in them. See without bias. One of the hardest things in life is to look at yourself clearly. We often justify our behavior, cling to our perspectives, and blame others. But real strength lies in stepping outside yourself and asking, could I be wrong? It is even possible at times that you are the villain in someone else's story. But there's beauty in humility. Admitting mistakes allows us to grow. Bias is a wall between you and the truth. Tear it down, and you open the door to real improvement. Let go of hate. Hate is heavy. It consumes the mind, poisons relationships, and steals peace. Holding on to anger or bitterness doesn't hurt the person you hate. It only hurts you. Let it go. Not for them, for you. Nature lets go so gracefully. Trees drop leaves in autumn, not because they've given up, but because they're making space for new growth. The four virtues. The Stoics believed in four guiding virtues: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. These aren't just lofty ideals, they're practical tools. When you're unsure how to act, ask, is this wise? Is this brave? Is this moderate? Is this fair? Cicero once said, justice is the crowning glory of the virtues. Without justice, all other virtues collapse. Let fairness and integrity guide you. Wanijuhi ikuri. Begin again, without fear. We often avoid starting something new because we fear looking foolish. But every expert was once a beginner. Children fall hundreds of times before they learn to walk. Birds don't learn to fly without awkward flaps and stumbles. If you're afraid to start, remember this: the fear of looking foolish is far worse than the momentary embarrassment. The path to growth is lined with missteps. Embrace them. Silence is a teacher. We talk so much, online, in person, in our minds, that we forget to listen. But as Bruce Lee once said, a wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. Listen, not just to others, but to the world. The trees, the wind, the silence all speak. Nature doesn't rush, yet everything is accomplished. There's a lesson in that. You control your mind. You can't control the weather, other people, or what's trending online. But you can control your thoughts, and your thoughts become your actions, and your actions shape your life. If you feed your mind with negativity, self-doubt, and fear, that's what will grow. But if you feed it with hope, discipline, and truth, those flames will grow instead. The fire inside you is fueled by what you feed it. Your worth comes from within. Never let someone else's opinion define your value. A diamond doesn't lose its worth because someone calls it a rock. Your self-worth is determined only by you. People often judge harshly because they judge themselves harshly. Don't carry their burden. The world will keep spinning. The world existed before you, and it will continue after. But that doesn't mean your actions don't matter. Like a single drop of water that feeds a growing tree, your goodness, your effort, your kindness, those things ripple outward. Alan Watts said, "No amount of anxiety makes any difference to anything that is going to happen." So take a breath, do what you can, let go of what you can't. Final reflection. Be that someone. Stop waiting for someone to help you, fix the world, or lead the way. Be that someone. The world doesn't change through speeches or posts. It changes when one person chooses to be better, kinder, wiser. Let that person be you. Today is yours. Make it count, not by chasing perfection, but by embracing discipline, accepting challenges, and living with virtue. Don't just talk about what a good person should be. Be one.